This is a story about how I got kicked out of a cult. We found one church that seemed normal, or at least that's what we thought. It was based in Times Square. After everyone greeted us and we sat down in the auditorium's squeaky seats, we saw that something was a little bit different. The pastor or the reverend or the spiritual leader, whatever you wanted to call him, came out onto the stage and the light shone on his head. And he was very serious, and it was a little alarming, and we felt a little uncomfortable. But again, the website seemed normal. Was a man came to the stage and put his hands up in the air for the pastor or the spiritual leader to touch, and the pastor didn't place his hands on him or touch his hands. He grabbed his head and started violently shaking it while shouting to the heavens, "Lord, save this man, take away his eternal damnation." They all loved it, which is the part of the reason why we felt so uncomfortable. Was my friend and I were watching, trying to see if there was going to be anyone who said, "Hey, why are you doing this?" or "This is uncomfortable," or "This is not what we normally do." But everyone was enthusiastically getting involved with it, to the point where they were crying and they were shouting themselves, and they kept throwing themselves on the side of the stage so he could also take their heads and violently shake it. The golden nuggets was a phrase that he kept using as he was talking to us. And he's saying, "The golden nuggets are falling from the sky. Receive the golden nuggets." He never explained it because, again, this wasn't a sermon. This was him shouting and shaking people's heads. But we decided, okay, we probably have to leave. But while we're having this discussion, the pastor, reverend, noticed that we weren't there in the pit anymore, and he looked straight at us and shouted at us to get back down to the stairs. And I responded, "Now we're good." So I grabbed our purses, and we proceeded to run out of the auditorium. Running seems to be a theme for us. And not only that, we started getting shouts from everyone. At that point, it was, "Come back, what are you doing? Eternal damnation, the golden nuggets will not bless you." And where do we go running to is the nearest store that we could get into across the street from a McDonald's. So that's the story about how I got kicked out of a cult.